The traffic light coalition has been history since yesterday evening. The traffic light coalition did not fail because of the FDP alone, but because there was no common basis for a government alliance from the start. By the time the war in Ukraine broke out, the foundations for this coalition agreement were no longer there. None of the parties involved had the courage to question this, to say so, and to implement the consequences. We can see the result today. There is absolutely no reason to wait until January of next year to ask for a vote of confidence. The traffic light coalition no longer has a majority in the German Bundestag. And so we have to call on the Chancellor, with a joint resolution of the CDU-CSU parliamentary group in the Bundestag, to call a vote of confidence immediately by the beginning of next week at the latest. It is important that we now very quickly return responsibility for the formation of the German Bundestag to the voters in Germany. We could hold federal elections in the second half of next year. There is enough time for that. The preparatory work in all parties, in all constituencies, is sufficient. I would also like to point out that there is a whole series of international commitments, conferences and decisions in the European Union that now require a German government that is capable of taking action. We simply cannot afford to have a government without a majority in Germany for several months now, followed by an election campaign for several more months, and then possibly several weeks of coalition negotiations. This has to happen quickly now, and that is why I will be asking the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz to clear the way for this in a meeting today at midday. And I will also present my arguments in a subsequent meeting with the German President.
Vielen Dank.